What is up, everybody? Eric here from Soundcast Studios. So Plugin Alliance recently put out a new plugin called the Lindell 50 channel, and it is emulating the sound of an API console. So my main question was, what is its sound? So in order to test this, I decided to run the plugin, insert it into all the tracks of a multi-track session, and see what it sounds like. So here I have the mix down of 3 different versions of that. This one right here is no plugins, it was just the levels. This one right here is the plugin at its default settings with unity gain on and the TMT for all of them randomized. So this is the gain, it's at 0. And then for this one right here, I ran it with every single channel at the gain at plus 24 decibels. Which is a lot, but you'll see in the video that it actually doesn't make that much of a difference. So I'm just going to play the 3 different versions and let you guys hear what it sounds like. So let's get to that. So to me personally, this channel strip isn't really adding that much of a sound. It's adding a little bit of something, but compared to other channel strips that I've tried, it's not adding a ton. Here I decided to run a null test to show exactly the differences between the mixes. So here I had, this is the no plugins, and this was the one with stock settings. I'm gonna solo them both. And you can see right here, the polarity is switched on the second one. And I'm gonna hit play and you'll hear the differences. So it's really only affecting the kick and snare, which kind of makes sense. The transients, it would make sense why it would affect those. I also ran the null test with the 24 decibels of gain version. You can hear it a lot more there. You can begin hearing that the vocals are getting quite a bit more saturated. It's still not incredibly noticeable to me. I can hear it, but it's not night and day. It's very subtle to me. You might think otherwise, however. So here is the last test I decided to test on this thing. So let me remove that. I decided to run a tone generator test through the Lindell and analyze the spectrum of it. So let me load up the spectrum meter. Here's the spectrum meter. Okay, so this tone might be a little loud, so keep that in mind. Let me solo that. So here you can see, it's the tone. The channel strip is off right now, and the spectrum meter. Okay, now let's default this. Keep the unity gain on. Now we'll put it in. You can see the harmonics. And then once we begin cranking the gain, there you go. Total harmonic distortion. Dial it down. Dial it up. At default. So as you can see, the saturation is quite subtle. If you wanted to, you could potentially increase the amount of saturation you get by increasing the input from this, and then you get into real distortion. That's not really the way I mix. My levels are usually very low. They are actually around this level, but to do the channel strip justice, you might want to push it harder. So here we're going to turn it up. So at this point we would be distorting. This is all distortion. So yeah, the channel strip doesn't really have that much of a sound, at least in the way I would use it. If you wanted to, you could run the levels a lot hotter. You'd get a lot more saturation. You'd get a lot more of the sound. But in the way I would use it, the sound wouldn't be that apparent. My real question, however, is how well this channel strip works on an entire mix in terms of processing that mix. How much can you actually get done with just this channel strip? I'm going to be making a video about that, so keep an eye out for that. So that is going to be the end of this video. In the comment section below, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you thought I could have done better. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.